lighthouse at dawn. Not tired enough to sleep. Probably not fit to do much else. Taking that with me. I have gone through all the drawers. I'm decent at searching out an area, but I will miss stuff all the time. It's sort of a nice, pleasant surprise to kind of get back into it and go, oh, there you are. So. It's definitely not weather for walking in, so I'm going to check over my inventory and see what I can do with what I have. Okay, how much cloth have I collected? 0 cloth. Should fix that. I've got 2 burnt out torches. So I can get a couple of sticks from that in my inventory. I only have 1 tinder plug and 34 matches. That's right, I've got a bunch. But because, yeah, this is Desolation Point. I might find a newspaper up in the church to convert to tinder plugs. But with my skills being still, of course, you know, 0 pretty much across the board, or just at level 1. Let's go back to that. Actually, journal. Day 2. Woke up in the lonely lighthouse. I have survived, according to this map here, for time alive as 0 days. So I've had a couple of interloper runs where that is the score. I've had a day 1 stalker run, like, and recently too. I'm not always quite so lucky. I mean, I'm gonna try not to rely on luck while leaving Desolation Point. I never take notes. I think it's because I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to that, and I like to just put more pressure on my brain, I think. Also, it's nice to surprise yourself every once in a while. You know, really it is. You come to an area and you're like, oh, I haven't looted this whole thing. So food-wise, I'm doing really well. I've got a lot of food items that are in pretty good condition, and I don't have to smash any of these cans open yet, because I'm not starving. I've got myself a few weapons, some rocks, and a pry bar. I have a bedroll, which is a miracle, because, I mean, well, not a miracle, but it's so good. I was planning on how I get out of here. I'm gonna sleep for an hour now if it'll let me. No, past time for an hour, just let the sun come up a little more. Then maybe sleep for an hour. Yes, I want to be fully rested. However, I don't have to be I don't have to be that concerned about my fatigue level as I make it through the mine and everything else. He could eat a horse. He's hungry. because I have a bedroll, I don't have to be that concerned. Because I was thinking before I started this up, I'm like, where's the first spot I can rest? All, of course, thinking I didn't have this. So I should have taken a drink before I went and stood outside. It doesn't look like the wolf's over there. So because the wolf's not, at least on that side of it, I can be a little bit crafty here. I don't see them. Which could mean they're either not out at all, or if I go that way, I am in great danger. So, hey guys, my tactic now well, it didn't draw him out. He didn't go to it, but at least I spotted one. I've got a flare because this pathway up here, and most of the time you'll watch me get really quiet when I come up to it, because this pathway has ended a lot of runs. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's gonna die. He just doesn't know how. Oh, oh, no, no, keep moving. Now, hopefully the guy who's not down by the car got pulled up here by rabbits. That has happened to me before, too. I've gotten to right about here, and then I heard the wolf go, and I thought, oh no, I'm dead. And then I heard the rabbit squeal, and I'm like, oh, the wolf got a rabbit. And then as I crested the rise, the wolf saw me, and then I was dead. So I've had, that's how that run ended. Pretty much right about here. So yeah, me and Desolation Point, I think I've had more rough times in Desolation Point than I have in Forlorn Muskeg, and that's part of my reasoning why I like to kind of avoid this area. Hopefully this guy's got some maybe driving gloves on him. Okay. I know, I've got a bedroll. Really, what more could I ask for? Holy. There's a piece, some new dog food. Wow. New dog food. So that's a can I can hold on to for a little bit of time, actually. Piece of firewood. Why not grab that and bring that along? That's one of the real advantages of the start of a run is you never do the oop, easy, come on, take the stairs, fella. The best way out. Alright. No, that's the nice thing about the start of a run is you're never worried about encumbrance. Okay, now I have been kind of concerned because I don't have any mushrooms or antibiotics, so I can at least fix one of those. We should. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run across Old Man's Lichen on the way out. Right at the part where you leave there. So I need to get inside. Okay, so he's headed into the mine now. Start a fire on the floor. So I can have some torches so I can look around. And yeah, we'll see in a couple of minutes when I get that on the go. Okay, I've grabbed a couple of torches and here's a storm lantern that's almost full. So if I had been able to see when I walked in here, if my eyes had, adjusted or whatever, quickly, instead of me jumping the gun, I could have avoided this fire and me stand here with my Iron Age technology for light. Ooh, a shooting guide. Yeah, that will come in handy. You'll be starting a fire with that. Gunsmithing and interloper. What they should do is put the rifle in and you get one bullet. So that way, you can read some books and take a shot with it and then just throw it away. Because it's really not worth the weight. Like, yeah, you had your fun with the rifle. There you go. Or maybe one bullet per zone. One rifle somewhere in the 50 square miles and one bullet per zone. Map. There you go. You can get 6 bullets. And maybe they'll throw one in a transition zone or something like that. You can get a full loadout for your rifle, say. Because I find on Stalker, right, I got, when I'm going to do my Stalker run of all outdoors, I'll still be able to find a rifle and a fair amount of bullets too for a guy who never goes inside. So I'll probably end up with a couple of rifles and around 60 bullets, I imagine, 60 or 70 bullets, and I've never set foot in any structure. It's a lot of ammo out there, so. Like, this place would be off limits in Stalker because it's not a transition. Oh, that was it. Nobody wanted to leave a pair of gloves on there, say. I just, was hoping. But yeah, I would not be able to, oh, and this goal is going to become a lifesaver later. It's really nice. So yeah, that's really it, eh? I mean, I'm not complaining about what I've found in this place. Like, um, I'm holding it in my hand right now. A lantern is just a lantern and a bedroll, and it is day one, pretty much. Day one survive for this guy. He's not doing bad at all. He's doing okay. Immediately upon my arrival in the coastal highway, and see, now this will play out a lot like the this will play out a lot like the last run, where I go from one zone because it's inhospitable back to the other zone, or back to another zone, become equipped to deal with the harsher zone, and then come back to it to make tools and do a little bit of living there, and then get out. Okay, so I should be able to do that. Yeah, you know, skip back and forth, and then of course I'll go back to the coastal highway for fishing and everything else. It's my Pleasant Valley start. That's the Pleasant Valley and Timberwolf Mountain. You are very far away both those times from your tool making. So I want to be back here probably day 3, day 4 survived. Oh, at the most day 5, because I know you can find everything you need. I did pick up that scrap metal, right? Yes, I did. It is going to stay right here. So what I'm going to do is, I didn't take any coal from the Riken, because there's only a few pieces on it, and you do need coal. So 16 is plenty. So I'm going to drop 6 pieces. I mean, with the wood, now why I'm dropping that scrap metal there is because if I don't find the hammer, but I pick up every other, or don't find the hacksaw rather. If I don't find the hacksaw, oh, as if I left the lantern running for that whole time. See, if I get talking, I start to not pay attention. But if I don't get the hacksaw and I do get the hammer, the amount of scrap metal I can take and find on the way sometimes gets you enough for your tools. So if I put that there, and keep in mind I have a piece of scrap metal in Desolation Point already. Yeah, that's nice. That's going to work out okay. So yeah, just by collecting the metal, it's laying around that I see on my way. Well, this torch isn't going to last very long. I'm just taking a right, and see, that's the direction I kind of want to travel up here. I'm not exactly sure if you can make it footpath wise up here. I think maybe it is one of those one-way kind of wow, the blizzard just ended. That was nice of it. Sounds incredibly peaceful. All I ask is that deer not get killed by a wolf right in front of me, because then I'll be stuck here harvesting a deer. I know this sounds crazy, but I've wanted to try to get from one side to the other on this tree just to see if it was possible. I am not attempting that right now. Maybe I'll make just a run, stalker run, start it in Desolation Point just for the mission of seeing whether or not I can make it across that tree. I'll make a video of it, sure. Why not? I'll share that moment. But that's something. I'm not going to put that kind of mission challenge out there. Try to make it across that tree. See how quickly you can end a run by falling. Like I try to navigate all sorts of crazy things. Here's that old man's beard lichen I was talking about on the way out.
Can't feel my feet.
Okay, grab this third old man's beard lichen and get on up to the Speaking of climbing stuff. Is there anything up here?
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Nope. Just a rock ledge. With a tree. Okay, let's get him into the mine. Take it easy. Yeah, so he's gotten a wound antiseptic if he needs it. I'm pretty sure I have a bottle of antiseptic. We'll check some. Go. Need one of these. There we go. Now I've got rose hips, although I've already got painkillers. It was the mushrooms I was really wanting. Oh, that book. I should have grabbed it right away. That book disappeared on me. Changed its mind. Didn't want to give me the book. Always glad to have. Stored a piece of firewood in the tool chest. Alright. Nope, it's not what I'm looking for. And I'm pretty sure a lot of this coal that I grab on the way out will be back by the time I show up again. Nah, it's only 4 days, so I'm going to not collect any more coal out of here. I'm going to let that sit for the rest of the journey, so on my way back in, I can grab the few pieces that do spawn. Okay, that's overkill. A lot of coal there. Thirsty, hungry, but warming up. It's okay, he'll be set. So the big objective for me is locate the hammer. A couple of spots I know of in Coastal Highway. So spoiler alert on that. And things like this. This is how, without the hacksaw. Yeah, without the hacksaw, you can now see that's the second pry bar, 26%. What do I have for my tools? My pry bar is at 92%. Much nicer, much nicer. So I won't mind breaking that down. So now I think to myself, okay, on the way to Desolation Point, I can pick up 3 pieces of scrap metal. So that's my knife done. Oh yeah, you can't run when you're doing this. So now 4 pieces of scrap metal. I won't rely on myself for remembering it's on the barrel, but I'll remember the pry bar. So and there might be another piece of scrap metal somewhere in this room. Usually it's just find it, and usually it's over there somewhere. Alright, yeah, move on through the mine. Sure, you've seen the mine a dozen times. If you haven't, you've seen it 100 times. Okay, connector. Sometimes there's somebody down there too. Alright. Getting through this little rock tunnel. It's not really. Whew, that would be claustrophobic for sure. There's a truck down there sometimes. Well, there always is a truck down. Hey, who are you? Story is not written, wherever you are. Yeah, there's a truck down there. But I think I'll appreciate the calories more. Or look more later on. Hey, there's another cairn. It's over there. That's the problem with that cairn, is it's over there. Sometimes there's a piece of food there. There's a deer right there. Alright. You know, I've been running this poor guy around. He's been carrying his water. Let's see, what do we have here? It is warming up back here. Poor guy's got water on his back, but I won't let him take a drink. Yeah, a lot of my food's in really good shape. And if I can make it to Desolation, or to Coastal Highway, this is an if, because right up here is a very big challenge. You sometimes, yeah, sometimes get killed when you're trying to make it through here. I'm definitely running into the basement because he's cold, he's tiring out, the day's wrapping up. Holy cow, I've gotten killed so many times at this choke point. Like, I don't like the trip to Desolation Point or from Desolation Point. I don't like being in Desolation Point. That is at a very appropriately named place. But I've got a headwind. Was that a wolf? I'm about to find out. I've got this sort of bizarre... There's no way that they can smell me. But... going over that hill is gut-wrenching. It's funny, you can tell by how people play in certain regions whether or not they've been killed in the exact spot. I love watching this game too. Other people play it. Like watching it, like playing it. All sorts of different settings, and like I said, you never play the same game twice. Yes, I like that dress shirt. It's good for wind protection. So, maybe somebody forgot some work gloves. They did well. I got a shirt. Somebody forgot a dress shirt. That was the big deal in here. But never want to turn my nose up at clothing. Look at that wind protection. Bagged hoodie. Swap that out with a Warren hoodie that's a little bit wet. I wouldn't say he's winter ready. That would be an understatement. Alright, so sleep for 1 hour? Not on an empty stomach. There's no need for that. Sardines. Sardines frighten me, even at like 79%. Okay. Just gonna sleep for 1 hour. It'll let them warm up, dry off. He's got no afflictions. He's at 78%. He's tired. Very, very hungry. I can't believe I have a bedroll. This is making this so much easier. Eve basement. Am I running out of Coastal Highway like a chicken? No. I am running out of Coastal Highway like a turkey. That's scared. Because Coastal Highway, or Crumbling Highway, is just so brutal. Just locks you into a zone with wolves, and I'm pretty good at interacting with the wolves. I have to say I come out on top more times than I don't, but or at least unscathed. But the two guys that live in this place are angry, quick to jump on you. Not very often do they run away because they're scared. They're big wolves, and they'll get you. Ah, the thing is, I'm not even out of the woods yet. I gotta make it to shelter in Coastal Highway, and between me and shelter, there is some wildlife. And now I regret not picking up that other rose hip that would have given me another set of 3. So when I get to misanthropes, I will end this video. Now that is a win right there. Can't
feel numb.
Let's see, maybe they got driving gloves. I doubt it. You don't find a toque in the back seat and gloves in the front. That's just for anybody who wants to, you know, check under a visor. There's nothing in there, not even on story mode. Alright, I'll look around quick. If there's a wolf within earshot, you pry open a trunk. See? It's like you're standing here throwing rocks at your own feet. They just come right over. So, whether or not you're crouched down or not. Okay, so no saplings. This whole area here can set you up for an entire game worth of maple and birch saplings. This is so. See what happens now is I'm like, oh, there are no saplings there.
Damn, freezing.
And he's freezing. But that means the saplings are elsewhere. So, you know, I kind of check off the places they're not. One place I never go is to this wolf's house. There's a wolf right here. It lives right here. He just waits for you to walk on in and then kills you. And at one time I thought I could make it, I could squeak past this guy and the bear. While holding meat. Alright. Dangerously pay my respects. I don't suggest you do this if you want a long run. Because this is a huge wolf area.
Use this.
I'm just gonna get on out of there. I love how sometimes you can't tell if it's a bear or a fishing hut. It's a bear and a fishing hut. If I can keep an eye on them, that's good. If I can keep him just to my right-hand side, if that wolf comes out, I can use the bear to spook the wolf. And the loon sounds were a really nice addition. I really like that. What do we got over here? Yep. See that now there's a sapling over here. I don't want to interest him at all. Yeah, there's a sapling over. I mean, I can't carve it, but big. Ooh. Stopped and you smelled the wind there. That'll pick up the pulse a bit. Oh, no, 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 don't light it. Maybe I'll check by the... This is on one of those places. This is one of those places where you get the gun on the lower areas. Like a lot of outside guns in the lower levels. So I'm not saying, and I'm not saying those levels aren't hard. They are. Really are. Sure, you can live for a long time on Voyager if you know the game mechanics, but I died on Voyager a lot of times. Now I might die right up this hill because the wolf could be doing his hill run here, but I really like to get into Misanthropes as soon as I land. Give me some of that fresh toilet water, you know, a little bit of relaxation in a real bed. Just travel through a mine. I'm gonna watch this guy though, because cabin fever's gonna come quick. Well, I haven't seen him yet. Doesn't mean he's not here. I just really like that particular track. So I thought I'd take some freezing damage. But let's check out Misanthropes. Who knows? Can opener. No can opener yet. Sure, somewhere in one of these houses there will be a can opener. Oh, missed on that one. Nothing in that. In there or here.
Thank goodness.
Oh, yes. But it's in a can, so it being in a can is not really the best. A can of peaches. can of peaches. Alright, well. Many, many fond memories. Less fond memories. Ah, man, I really love the artwork in this place. It's just so good. Well, that was a pretty empty place. All right. So now, what don't I own in a can? Boxer crackers. I really like them because of the weight and then the calories you get. So I'm gonna eat these two guys. And my can of sardines. And then I will see you on the next episode when we head to Jackrabbit, make the circuit around, and hopefully find the hammer. So I'll see you next time, and until then, keep surviving, and hopefully he can make it to his 21-day mark. Alright, we'll see you later.